Good day to everyone who's watching. My name is Rania Azalea. I'm from SMK Putrajaya 181 with the school code WEA 2009. Today, I am going to talk about this masterpiece. This book is written by Charles Bracelin Flood, who was an American historian and author known for his works on the Civil War and U.S. history. He had a strong narrative style, blending deep historical research and telling it in an engaging storytelling kind of way, making his books accessible and compelling. Flood wrote extensively about historical figures, focusing on their leadership, personal struggles, and moral decisions. 1864, Lincoln at the Gates of History is a deep dive into Lincoln's final year in the office, showing his struggles to end slavery and win the Civil War. Imagine being in the White House in 1864. The air is thick with the weight of war. Letters pile high on a wooden desk. Desperate pleas from soldiers, grieving families, and political rivals. A weary man in a black suit, face carved with deep lines of exhaustion, leaning those letters. His name is Abraham Lincoln, and at this very moment, he's not just fighting a war on the battlefield. He's waging a war against something older, something darker, and deeply rooted in the bones of America: slavery. For centuries, the system of slavery had stood unshaken, built on the backs of millions, defended by laws, traditions, and even the Constitution itself. The question was, who could put an end to the system? And what is the beginning after the end? Presidents before it had avoided it, feared it, and even defended it. Abraham Lincoln did what no one else dared. He challenged it, not just as a politician, but as a man bound by an unshakable moral compass. When Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, many called it bold, others called it reckless, but Lincoln did not see it as a political strategy. To him, it was a simple truth: no man should own another. And yet, 1864 was the year that tested him the most. The war had raged on for 3 bloody years. Over 500,000 men were dead. The country was fractured, and there were whispers that Lincoln might not even win the re-election. His advisors urged him to compromise, to slow down, to ease his stance on slavery for the sake of peace. But Lincoln, he refused. He stood firm in the belief that this war was not just about reuniting the Union. It was about reshaping the very soul of America. He pushed for the 13th Amendment, a law that would do what no piece of paper before it had done: abolish slavery forever. It wasn't easy. The opposition was brutal. Politicians fought him. Southerners despised him. Some in the North even questioned him. But Lincoln never wavered. He spent months persuading, debating, and making deals to ensure that when the time came, Congress would vote to end slavery once and for all. And on January 31st, 1865, they finally did. The moment the final vote was cast, cheers erupted in the chamber. But Lincoln, he simply sat back and smiled, a tired, knowing smile that he had done it. He had shattered a system built over generations, not with guns, not with war, but with his belief that right must always triumph over wrong. A few months later, he would not live to see the world he helped create, but his legacy, his moral courage, would outlive him. Because of Lincoln, America changed, not perfectly, not instantly, but permanently. And today, more than 150 years later, they stand as proof that one man's unwavering moral values can reshape history. So when faced with injustice, when the weight of tradition tells us that this is how it always has been, we must ask ourselves, what would Lincoln do? Would he stay silent? Or would he stand, even when standing alone, and declare that all men are created equal? Because that is not just history, that is a challenge to us all. Thank you.